This question has some similarities and some differences with the previous question. More is being sent, and we've got the same number that are defective. However, fewer items are being randomly selected to test whether or not the shipment should be accepted or rejected. And finally, we're asked for what's the probability of rejecting the shipment instead of accepting it. So we're going to have to use the complement. The probability of rejecting the shipment, what we're asked for, would be 1 minus the probability of accepting it. And so we don't want any of the 4 defective. So I'm going to do a little copy and paste here and change where appropriate. So let's see here. 1 minus. None of the 4 are defective. And that would mean that change that 20 to the 200. Picking, we've got 4 defective, so 196 that are good, but we're only picking 4 of them to test. Again, these are combinations because, first of all, it'd be easier to figure out the size of the sample space. From the 200, pick 4 of them randomly. Once you've picked one, you don't pick it again, so there's no repetition, but the order that they show up in as good or defective does not matter. And then we put in the additional condition to figure out the size of the numerator, which is the size of the event that we're describing. Add in that condition. Okay, so 196C4 over 200C4. As I showed earlier, NCR is equal to NPR over R factorial. And because I had the same R in the numerator and denominator, I have 4 factorial in both of the mini fractions. And then when I flip over the 200C4 and multiply that to what's in the numerator, 196C4, the 4 factorials will cancel out. So if you have to do it by hand, I'll show that first. But again, if your teacher is allowing you to use technology instead, then see what's coming up at the end of this. All right, so we had 196C4 over 200C4, 4 dashes. In the denominator, starting with 200, going down to 197. And in the numerator, starting with 196 and going down to 193. Now let's see here. Five is going to go into this 40 times and into 195 39 times. And also I could reduce 196 over 198 Divide both of those by 2. 98 over 99. So let's do the multiplication and the division on the calculator. We'll round to 4 places again to the nearest 10,000th. So 98 times 39 times 194 times 193, and then divide that by 40 times 199 times 99 times 197, and to 3 places, that would 4 places. After the 7, we've got a 9, so that's going to round up to 0.9218. Remember how we get to combinations. Type your end value first. So let's see, we had 196 C4. Press the math key, over to the probability submenu, and third choice. R was 4. Divide that by 200 C4. And again, we're getting 0.9218. That's all for now. I may add to this playlist later, but in the meantime, see you in the next one.